Warning, the following video will be described by some as TMI or too much information, so if you're not comfortable in your sexuality or if you're not comfortable discussing some of the struggles that men go through, this video ain't for your ass. Black Guy Tales, it's almost time for Black Guy Tales. Come along and take my hand, and let's all go to Black Guy Land. Black Guy Tales.
Black Guy Tales.
Treat people the way that you want to be treated. Except for in Call of Duty, you can talk shit, that's cool. I needed to be the Black Ash Ketchum. It was my destiny to be the Negro Ketchum. But let's talk about why all white people look like spoiled milk when they take their clothes off.
Modern warning.
Step 1, get money. Step 2, repeat step 1. What's up, you pussy punk motherfuckers? NWN here, aka the Yano Black Okage, whom's village is hidden in the Chronic Leads, and welcome back to Black Guy Tales. Now, in case you don't know, this is a show where a real ass goon takes stories from his life. Before we get into that, just know today I'm playing a game called Strider. It's a dope remake of a classic PlayStation franchise, and it's now available on all last and current gen consoles, but you're looking at the PC version. But you already know, we ain't here for the motherfucking gameplay. So instead, let's rewind the clock back to 2009. I was 19, meaning I was young, so young, but old enough to leave the nest and go to college. Now, for those of you unaware, I attended a HBCU called the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, which is a historically black college or all black school, basically. I've already been on record saying I hated it because HBCUs are not what our parents used to go to and our grandparents when they attended them. It's just not the same. They're basically just big daycares for niggas and coons. But another reason that I hated it is because I suffered from blue balls. Noun. Pronunciation, blue O's. Origin, the struggle. When you go an extended period without sex and your balls swell to the size of tennis balls because you damn near ready to explode. Alright, look, so it's freshman year in college and all incoming freshmen had to attend this health seminar given by the school nurse. Now the day finally comes and the freshmen quickly fill up the auditorium and the nurse gets to work schooling us on sex and the risk of STDs. Now I'm a grown ass man, so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna strap it up and I'm gonna get it in. I gotta let these hoes know why I'm here because that's what you do when you in college. But then the nurse starts talking, right? And I'm talking about like, this bitch didn't even warm up. She just went from fucking 0 to 60 showing us all these disgusting slides of different STDs and each one was nastier than the last. It had me sitting there like, ugh, like what the fuck, yuck. But I still wasn't deterred to get it in during college. I mean, I was finally in college. I'm a grown ass man. It was time to fuck, like it was going out of style. So I was just like, yo, fuck them STDs. I'm just gonna double strap on my condom. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that friction. But then the nurse hits the room with this scary statistic. I mean, she said, before all you leave, please know 70% of the student body has an STD right now or has been treated for one at the school hospital. And my eyes lit the fuck up. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You niggas down south is nasty as fuck. And to the side of me, it was two clowns joking around talking about some whatever, we still gonna fuck these bitches, nigga. We just gonna double up, put the condoms. Then one of them turns to me and says, ain't that right, nigga? Then he proceeds to put his hand out looking for me to dap him up. I'm like, oh, hell no, nigga. Do the math, you clown asses. 70%? Line 10 females up and 7 of them have cucamongas. Hell no, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be celibate from now on. And I practice celibacy for a very long time. Now, in case you don't know what celibacy is, it's when you remain abstinent from sex for extended periods of time for whatever reason. It could be religious reasons, or it could just be someone who wants to get their life together and they feel like sex is a distraction. But for me, I was forced into this lifestyle because remember, 70% was just too high of a risk for my ding-a-ling. So a couple months go by and I hadn't had sex in college. But I was good because I kept my nose in the books. You know, I was in college. I was there to learn and shit. But then a few more months go by and it's now second semester and I still hadn't gotten in the pom-pom. Now remember, I'm starting to reach my sexual prime. I'm young as fuck. And it just got to a point where like 6 months later where I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't focus in class. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get nothing done. My balls were a ticking time bomb. And if it was one thing I knew, somehow, some way, I was gonna get a nut off. But I wasn't gonna have sex, because remember, 70% equals code red on the pussy charts. Alright, so one night in the dorm room, it's 3 a.m., right? And I couldn't sleep, because you know why. And I was sitting on my laptop watching some rap battles via YouTube, and I noticed my roommate was sleeping. I mean, he was like, type knock the fuck out. And I said, man, this is my time. I gotta handle my business while he's asleep. Cause I just couldn't take it anymore. So I took my laptop and I turned the back towards him so he couldn't see what I was watching. Then I lied down on my side with my chest facing the laptop, one hand on the keyboard and another on my Red Rocket. Now, I had my earphones in and the sound was on low so he couldn't hear what I was watching and I could still hear if he woke up. This way, I could play it off just in case he woke up. So, I contemplated. I looked down at the porn on my screen, then I looked up at his sleeping ass like... I looked down at the porn on my screen, then I looked up at his sleeping ass like... I'm like, fuck it, I'm going in. So, I'm gonna start doing what I do to relieve my stress. And I was about a minute in, and I started getting into my zone. Cause after a while you just start getting into your zone. I'm like, yeah, I'm so lonely. Then all of a sudden I hear, and my head came up from out that computer screen so fast. And I looked up like a deer lost in the headlights, man. My eyes was lit like a motherfucker. But his eyes, they were still closed. But then suddenly he turns his head to me, and he opens his eyes real fast, and his eyes was bloodshot like a motherfucker. He was a heavy-set dude, and his own snoring would often wake him up, and it also woke him up this time because the snoring was so loud it scared him, and it woke him up. Now, he's looking at me with his eyes all bloodshot and discombobulated, and I got my earphones in, one hand on the keyboard and another under the sheet. But he had no idea what was going on, so, being like, because, black people, we smooth. I played it off, like, because I'm smooth as fuck, I'm like, hey, bro. Like, you all right? He was like, nah, man, I'm tired, bro. My snoring woke me up. I'm like, damn, man. I was like, maybe you should go get some water. He was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I will. And then he rolls out his bed and he walks out the dorm to the water fountain in the hallway. Now, I didn't get my nut off, and it was no way I was going to finish myself off now. So, of course, naturally, I was mad. And while he was going to get water, I did what all little kids do when their parents send them to bed early.